Hello everyone, hope that you all are doing great. So by the thumbnail you might have understood that today we'll be making a SIP calculator. So in today's scenario it is very important to invest some amount in some kind of an asset to protect your money from inflation, as the inflation can erode your savings. So the most popular way to invest is SIP, that is systematic investment plan, that will actually compound your money on the yearly basis, right? So we are making a very small minor project of a SIP calculator today. But before jumping to the code part, let me request you that if you like my content, do give it a thumbs up and please subscribe the channel so that the subscriber count can also show compounding. Do share among your contacts so that the knowledge could be shared. So let's get started and let's go to the IDE and let's make a new project, right? So I'll create a new Spring Starter project. I'll type in Spring Starter project and it will connect to the IO. Yes. Let me name the project as SIP calculator. And I'll say com.sip calculator as the package, and everything remains the same. The version is Java 8 and packaging is jar. Let me go next and I have to add Spring Web dependency. Now as we are this would be a single page application and much more of a calculation kind of thing would be there, so we don't need any other dependency rather than the Spring Web. We need Thymeleaf dependency. Yeah, we need the Thymeleaf dependency as well, so let me put that also. So let us finish the project. So it will take time to import the project. So it is nowadays you can see that inflation is going high and high and your money could be eroded because of inflation. So it is very important that you invest in some kind of an asset where you can earn some good interest, where your money could keep on growing, right? So now our project has also been imported. So this is the project structure, as you people can see, and this is our main class. So this is our main class. So let me first make two packages. So here we'll be requiring only two packages. One would be of a controller and so just a minute, I have to go here and click on new package. So one would be of controller and one would be of the model, or you can say the Pojo class package, right? You can simply say the dot Pojo, right? And let me make a Pojo class first. You can understand Pojo package or maybe a Pojo class as I'm taking a Pojo class as parameters, right? You can understand this class as just an object which is carrying my data from UI to my controller level so that I can perform some kind of operations on these parameters, right? So let me paste the code of object. I have the code of object, so let me paste it here. So yes, so now you can see I have a principal would be the principal amount that the person is investing, then the interest, the average interest, yearly average interest would be there, and number of years means that how many years the person has want to invest, right? On basis of these three parameters we will be calculating the compounded value, the amount that would be given to the person after the end of particular years that he has mentioned in the number of years, right? Now this amount that would be shown on your screens after calculation, that is a purely a calculated amount, right? There is no inflation in that thing, right? There are calculators where you can actually subtract the inflated amount, and then you can get the exact amount that you will be having in your hands after the particular years you have mentioned, right? So right now in this calculator there won't be any kind of an inflation part would be there. So, and one more thing, that we'll be expanding this calculator. This would be a very basic calculator in this video. Then coming in up subsequent videos, or maybe in videos coming after some concept videos, this calculator would be expanded, right? This calculator would be made much more of custom calculator kind of a thing, right? Where you can actually increase your principal amount by maybe 2% or 3% every year. So that is a custom calculation, so that would also be there in this project. But right now this video will contain a very basic kind of a calculator, which will be simply calculating the amount, that what would be the amount basis these three values, and simply will be showing you the values, right? So let me now go to the controller package and make a controller, right? So let me say new class SIP controller, right? SIP controller. Now I have to say it as @controller, controller @controller, right? And let me paste the controller part as well. So what we have done in the controller, I'll be explaining you in a while. Just have to paste this code on the in the class, and this is our code. So this is our code. Here I am simply doing the same things that we did in the previous videos as well. First of all, I am adding a model attribute to my return type, right? And then I am for the get mapping, I am returning the SIP calculator HTML that we'll be making. And in the post mapping, we are doing some kind of calculations, right? This calculations I'll be explaining you in a minute. First of all, let me make my HTML as well, so that the view part, the code part would be complete, right? So let me go to the templates and let me first copy the name of the HTML that I want to make, and let me go to the templates and I'll say file and this dot html, right? So this is my HTML file. Now let me copy the code for HTML as well. So let me copy the code for HTML as well. So let me first copy the code for my HTML part, and this is the code. Let me paste it here. Yes. So let's now go to the controller part and let's understand that what is the calculation part what we have done. Now in the post mapping, you can see that there would be a parameters object that would be passed. Parameters object would have principal, interest, and the number of years parameter, right? And now what we have to conclude, right? Now first of all, right now I am calculating the monthly rate. Now what is a monthly rate is that the average interest that would be coming in the parameter object would be an yearly interest, right? So we need the monthly interest, so that would be in percentage. So first of all, we need params dot get interest divided by 100, that will give us the interest rate. But now we need the monthly part, so we have divided it by 12 also. And then we need the months, the number of months for which we have to calculate. So it would be the number of years into 12. There are 12 months, so we have multiplied it by 12, and then we have calculated the amount. Now this is the formula that has been used to calculate the compounded value, right? This would return your compounded value after certain number of years that you have mentioned here. So what it is doing is, this is the formula that is being used for calculating the compound interest. And then there are a few things that I have done to display it, right? Now this is our amount that is being calculated for after all the compound. This is our compounded value. Then we have subtracted it with the value that is our principal value, right? The principal value would be the value that we are inputting into 12 into number of years, right? So that is our principal value. So I have calculated the interest earned, and then I have used the model only and added few keys and values which I am using on my HTML to display the data, right? And then I am returning the SIP calculator. So this is a basic APIs and all kind of thing, and we are returning the calculated amount here, right? Now let's run the application, and let me give you a run through of the application first, and then we'll go ahead. Let me go to the application part and let me run the application. So it is a very small project. This could be used as a minor project if you can increase few complexities, or maybe you can take some custom values from the user. That this could act as your minor projects as well in future, right? So let me go to the browser and let me type it out: localhost 8080, and I'll say SIP calculator, right? 404. Why it is showing 404? Oh yeah, I haven't given the mapping here, right? I have to give the mapping as well. I missed this mapping here. Start again. So this is our calculator, right? This is a very basic kind of a screen. You can beautify it anyways, right? This is so we have to enter the principal amount. So if I say that I enter 25,000, and the rate of interest is 10% I am earning, and I have to invest for 10 years, right? So now what would be our value that would be calculated here, right? So the invested amount was this, the interest earned was this, and then the future value of the SIP is this. So to I compare it with let me open a SIP calculator of group. So to check that our values are coming correct, I have taken 25,000 as the monthly investment, and the rate of return is 10% that I am taking there, and I am taking for 10 years. So the value is 5163,801, and the returns, the interest earned is this, and the invested amount is this. So let me go to my screen and see. So yes, the invested amount is this, the interest earned is this, and the future value is this. So our calculator is working fine, right? We can compare it with it. So let me change the values to, I will say 30,000, and I'll say that I'm earning an interest rate of 12%, and I'm investing it for 5 years, right? So let me click on calculate. So our values are this, right? So let us check the same here as well. So let me check here as well. 30,000 I'm investing, and I'm getting it for 12%. Then I'm having a time period of 5 years, right? So these are our values. So values are correct and are matching with the calculator already existing. So this is how we can make our own calculators, right? So this is our SIP calculator, and going further I'll be also making a in the SIP calculator only I'll be making some category calculators as well, some custom calculators where you can increase your principal amount by certain percentage in every year. So there would be some kind of parameters add on, right? And some beautification of the screen as well. So this was it from the video. The code would be in the description, and you people can go and download the code and you can play around with this code. So thank you so much for watching this video, and if you are watching it till now, so please give it a thumbs up and support the channel by giving it the hitting the subscribe button, and I'll see you in the next video. Till then, happy learning.